Are you a recruiter that is having a hard time working with their hiring manager? Are you not getting the results because of that hiring manager? Check out this video right now and hopefully I can help. Hey, welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brianna Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter. If you have not seen this channel before, it's all about upping your game in the recruiting world. So let's get to it. So if you survey 100 recruiters and you ask them, are you happy with your hiring manager? A lot of them, probably about at least 90 of those people, will come back and tell you no. And they will tell you all their frustrations, because I'm sure you have lots of them. On the other side of the coin, if you want to be devil's advocate here, you're going to ask 100 hiring managers, are you happy with your TA team, with your recruiter? And they're going to say, 90 of them will probably say, no, I'm not. So whose fault is this really? Well, we don't need to point fingers, because at the end of the day, the talent acquisition team is the one that's going to be the most frustrated, is the one that's going to get blamed for them not having hires. That's what it's going to come down to. And here's the thing. You're the professional. You're the one with the experience. You need to drive this process and you need to really own the relationship with your hiring manager. It has to be a great working relationship. That should be your buddy. And they should want to, here we go, they should want to partner with you. This is a partnership. This is a collaboration, which leads me to one of the number one things that you have to do in order to have a good working relationship with a hiring manager is collaboration leads to clarity. So think about this for a second. I'm in tech, so I'm certainly not a software engineer. I don't claim to be, I don't want to be. I'm a recruiter that happens to find really great software engineers. So the hiring manager, what do? Well, they were a software engineer. Now they need more of them. You know, now they're now the VP of engineering or whatever they are, right? The hiring manager. They need more. Well, that person didn't get to where they're at because they are a good recruiter. You did, right? You're the recruiter. You're in the talent acquisition space. So you need to tell them what they might not know. You need to be patient with them and work through things with them because they might not know exactly what they want. So never start a search until the hiring manager knows exactly what they want and you're helping them get there. You can say, okay, what are the things you haven't liked recently? What are the things you really like? Can you identify someone on your team that you want this person to be like and why? What attributes? Like, you really need to dig and ask questions to grab clarity. And again, this happens with collaborating with your hiring manager. Another great tool to do this is creating a real job description. See my little bunnies? I say real for a reason, because there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of job descriptions out there that companies just took someone else's company and put their little stamp on it, put their logo on it, and it's now their job description. Nope, that does not pass. Even if it's something that they don't want to post, no. You need to know exactly what this hiring manager wants because you need to know what that person is going to do. And therefore, when you know what that person exactly is going to do, it helps you articulate and sell the role, first of all, and then it also gets some cool Boolean searches because if you know they have to do, I don't know, just because I'm in tech, if I know that they have to code in Rails, well, the Rails is going to be on the job description and I'm going to get that. And then I'm going to say, okay, after they do the job description, please, have them go over the job description again and say, now what on here are you flexible with? What on here are you not? This again leads to more clarity. Okay, so now it's very important to define hiring realities. Yes, welcome to Reality Hiring Manager. This purple squirrel you have asked for does not exist. I apologize. So you have to actually give them data. You have to say, okay, even if it takes doing a share screen, right? If you're not in the office, it takes doing a share screen and saying, what you just told me on the job description, you said you cannot flex on. Here's my Boolean search on LinkedIn. Here's how many people come up. Now that's extreme, right? That's when someone's really living out of reality. But this is why my sourcing map, definitely check out that video, why my sourcing map comes into play. Someone could say, seriously, every client can tell me the same exact thing, and they do a lot of the times. They want tippity top talent. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't want the best of the best? But the reality is, one, what does the market look like for that talent? Is it going to be, are they getting that same salary that that particular company wants to pay? Or does their current talent warrant that talent? That's the key, and that's why we do sourcing maps. Because people can tell you all day long they want A players, right? Who's gonna tell you, I'm looking for a good C player? Like, no one's gonna tell you that. But if you go through their team and see like, well, technically on paper, again, this is just on paper, this is not an individual thing. On paper, your team is kind of a B or C. How can you expect an A player to come in and want to join? Now, that's not to say that they're not going to want to. When they talk to the company, they hear the challenges, they meet the team, they talk to the team, they connect with the team. There's all sorts of things that can happen, but on purely the surface, you need to have some realities, So you definitely needed to keep up, and that's why, as a recruiter and as a talent acquisition team, you need to keep up with salaries and trends. And if it's right now, we're in a candidate-driven market. Like, if they don't have good candidate experience, good luck. Good luck filling those roles. So there's all this stuff that comes into play. So that's why it's very important you let your hiring manager know what reality is. Another high topic is diversity searches. You're going to hear that a lot. So if you have a hiring manager that says, we are only focused on gender diversity. Okay, so you have to tell them, well, you just asked for one thing in particular. I'm going to tell you how many of those exact people that you've asked for are available. I am going to be top of mind on this because diversity as a recruiter should be always top of mind, but we're going to tell you the realities of it and how hard and how long that might take. Okay, so you have to be super honest and with reality. Another thing, and really after you've done all of this, you collaborated, you did a real job description, you've defined these realities, you've done your sourcing map, all of that stuff, you've given them data. You have to now make sure that your hiring manager is bought in. Because if they're not, you're gonna have an uphill battle. Still, sucks, I know. So then you have to voice. You have to have your voice, and you have to be very clear, because here's the thing. Like I said, the hiring manager affects your job. Don't let anyone affect your ability to get your job done. So you have to state your case, you have to state the return on investment with things, you have to state your speed, and you know what, if you need help, go up the ladder. Go to your boss, that boss goes to that boss, because then if that was my company, I would take that hiring manager's team and not make it a priority anymore to hire. Because if that hiring manager not only isn't bought in to everything that they're told is best practice, if they're not getting back to you on resumes, if they're canceling interviews, God, that's annoying. If they're constantly, I've had a hiring manager kind of be a bully or really difficult in an interview. Like those all things are science, and this, as a talent acquisition team, as a recruiter, this is something you can fix. It's not easy, and it definitely doesn't come from keeping your mouth shut. So come with data, come with the real results, and collaborate with your hiring manager, because really we hope that everyone's true intention is to get hires, get the right hires, have the candidate experience be really strong, and you just hope that that's true. And honestly, if you're in a company whose hiring manager is a tyrant, is just not bought in, is too busy for you, then it's gonna affect your job and you need to say something, and maybe you're not in the right spot. So hopefully this helps. Collaborate with your hiring manager. It makes the best possible working relationship you can, but always know that you can walk away, but just know you gave it your all, okay? Don't let anyone affect your job. All right, so I would love to hear, actually, I love to hear battle stories personally. I'd love to hear any battle stories you've had where you have won with a hiring manager, and even some that you haven't, because let's chime in and let's maybe help someone. Maybe someone's in a current situation right now that needs help with their hiring manager. And then we can be realistic, as a community of recruiters, you can be realistic, is that's either gonna work out and she can change, or it's not. So let's collaborate, constantly pay it forward. Thanks for watching. Remember, every Thursday at noon, I have been getting a flux of requests for my course. I put it on the site. It is down. I did take the course down. I think you're gonna like this new one. There's just been too many changes in the last couple years that I didn't feel this course represented it. So look at about early November for the course to help all recruiters all pay it forward. Remember, there's tons of different jobs in this industry. So enjoy, and I will see you every Thursday at noon. And don't forget that money is just a vessel to get you to do all the amazing things you want to go do in life. So go get it. See you next week.